Hey there guys, welcome to Dino's Vault once again. Today I'm reviewing the Suzuki Gixxer Rare Disc variant. The bike is more or less the same. It is in all actuality the same bike that was launched last year and has received accolades all over our nation. The most awarded bike in Indian biking history to date, I guess. I also believe it deserves all the praise and appreciation because it is indeed a well thought out and a tailor-made product for the Indian biking scene, at least when it comes to entry-level street fighters here in our market. It has the performance, it offers good mileage, it looks great, and also is very reasonably priced to pretty much seal the deal. Now, what's new with this new variant being introduced? Well, the first and foremost obvious inclusion is that of the rear disc. Secondly, we have a new dual tone paint scheme on offer, which is the lush green and glass sparkle black color, and that's the one I'm featuring in this video. What does this rare disc variant mean to us? Is it really worth it? Is it really worth paying extra for it? Let's find out in this video. I'll be doing my regulation walk around video with this variant and also talk about the rare disc during the course of the video. So now taking a look at its design, the Gixxer does look attractive and has a unique appeal of its own. For those who aren't aware, Gixxer is the nickname given to the iconic GSXR range of sports motorcycles from Suzuki. Now does this bike do justice to that name? Well, I believe it does because I see Suzuki bringing this across to our nation as a franchise, and I anticipate this franchise growing with more higher capacity motorcycles in the days to come. The headlight does look decent. It feels as if it was meant to have a housing around it, which is why it looks even better on the SF. We also get a contrast colored black visor, the meaty 41 diameter front forks, and a well edged out front fender, which give the bike a typical Street Fighter look from up front. Coming to the profile, the bike looks like a panther that is ready to pounce on its prey. It is slim yet muscular. It gets a well sculpted tank that looks awesome. We get tank cowls that look neat and underscore its naked Street Fighter demeanor. The side panels look sleek and the tail section is even sleeker and angled upwards. From the profile, you can make out that the bike has been stripped off of all its unnecessary weight to make it a scorcher of a performer. The twin port exhaust has its own signature appeal in this design concept and makes this bike stand out among its competition. At the back, the LED tail lamp looks decent and goes well with the rest of the design of the bike. The unibody seat again is neatly laid out. The room for the pillion is slightly limited though. The seat cushioning is not too hard nor too soft. Too soft cushioning also is not supposed to be good for longer rides, I believe. We do get all the regular switches like the high beam flasher and the engine kill switch, and the quality of switch gear is decent enough. The instrument cluster looks similar to the ones found on the GSX S1000 and the S1000F. The all digital instrument panel does carry a speedometer, tachometer, odometer, trip meters, fuel gauge, gear position indicator, RPM indicator, etc. The readability and legibility of the speedo is better when compared to that of the competition. Talking about the engine specs, now powering the Gixxer Street Fighter is a 4-stroke air-cooled single-cylinder 154.9cc engine that puts out a max power of 14.8 PS at 8000 RPM and 14 Newton meters of torque at 6000 RPM. This comes mated to a 5-speed gearbox. Now I did take it out for a spin because I personally like the way the bike handles and it's been a long time since I rode it. The bike is swift and agile off the mark. That can be attributed to its light weight because the bike weighs just around 135 kgs. Also the balance and handling the bike offers is brilliant. We can flick it around effortlessly and make the city our playground. The throttle action is light and crisp. The clutch travel is not that far and clutch action is light as well. The gear shifts are smooth. The acceleration is nice and linear. The initial torque is good, followed by a strong mid-range. Talking about the brakes, we do get disc brakes up front and at the rear. We get a 266mm disc up front and a 240mm disc at the back. To me, a rear disc doesn't make much of a difference when there is no ABS on board. I'd rather prefer to have a rear drum brake in case of panic braking scenarios. However, for those who prefer to have some additional kit on board, the rear disc option does sound good. Talking about the suspension, we get telescopic suspension with chunky 41mm forks up front, and we get a 7-step adjustable monoshock at the rear. Suspension is slightly on the stiffer side to offer sportier performance and to prevent bottoming out easily. Talking about the wheels and tires, we get 17-inch wheels with tubeless tires. We get a 100/80 tire up front and a 140/60 tire at the back. I believe the rear tire is the Rev Z M radial tire from MRF, which gets an angular tread pattern that assures better grip levels on tarmac as well as slippery surfaces while taking sharp turns. Ground clearance is 160 mm, which is necessary for Indian road conditions. Seat height is 780 mm, which I believe holds good for shorter riders. Fuel tank capacity is 12 liters. Mileage claim is a mind-blowing 64 kilometers per liter, which comes courtesy of Suzuki Eco Performance technology that promises to offer superb performance without having to compromise on fuel efficiency. Now, extracting good mileage depends on the way we ride, so please go through my mileage tips link mentioned in the description portion below. The on-road price here in Hyderabad for the Gixxer Street Fighter is around rupees 88,600 for the monotone color variant. The dual tone color variant costs around rupees 89,700, and the dual tone variant with rear disc costs around 92,100. So that's pretty much it for now. I just hope you found this video useful. Until next time, this is Dino saying ciao. Take care, God bless, and ride safe.